Okay, so we're gonna try something new for the brand new camera. And so we're gonna do this from now on. Not too long ago. But I wanna tell you something. So back to the whole entire Steve Terry Berry stuff that I do and why I only think that he's just right. And so I want to go back to those kinds of things with all of you. And now I'm starting to notice whatever is really happening. So I thought, just want you to pull that off for for all of you. And so going through all of it, I just think what's going to be the safest thing and what we can do. So let's bring this up. A few hours ago this year, last year, mid to this year, I have did a few of the deleted through of all my deleted videos, whereas I have mentioned to all of you being why Steve Tiberi is always right about everything. Now, come to think of it, I do have something in mind that we have to be open even more about, and I want to talk about it. And it is about, this one is all about another rapper who did, I don't know how to describe who this rapper is. If I show you a picture, then this is who I'm talking about. Does this ring the bell to all of you? And if so, this is who we are at for tonight's video. And so he is MGK, as he is known as, which stands for Machine Gun Karen. No. Machine Gun Kelly. That's who that is. Why did I even mention about Karen? She must be talking to the manager, isn't she? But okay, so get this. So, I've watched this video a lot of times now. It has been uploaded ever since 4 years ago. And that Steve Tierberry, who just mentioned to all of us that he was actually digging MGK's music sometime in 2020, which just tells me he's going to be right. Okay. I don't know where to go from here. But I'll tell you something. Only if this wasn't even not invented, even if it wasn't meant to be. And we are wondering, this is only an adult. And what I have ever known about this history is, like, watching it just tells you what happened. So apparently, here's what MGK has ever did, or has ever done this too, like, ever. I do not want to get copyright claim for this. The volume has to be down. Okay. I forget what he was just talking about. so you may have to bear with me for a real second. Let's see if I was right. Yes, I was right. 2022 was when it was uploaded. And so, here's what happened. He doesn't want to talk about him because he has enough of him, which I understand why. So here's the chapter 2 that got to me. It was, however, at the end of the video, he did make a point to say that he actually enjoyed Machine Gun Kelly's pop punk music. And he should have stopped there. And he should have stopped there when he were ahead. He was doing pretty good for himself. You know, doing a pop punk album and not feeling miserably. He should have stopped right there. But he had to go where it didn't belong. It started to. This is where it gets deeper, where Steve says, and started making fun of metal legends. Okay, so I'm not even a fan of that kind of stuff, so I was so fun with it. And bought his clothes from Kieran's or Us. Don't know what that means. Okay, so Steve made a point that said, look, if you want to dress like a middle-aged female principal, just look. You can dress the whatever way you want, but that don't start making fun of someone else for the way they dress, especially if they're one of the most legendary metal bands that ever lived, which is salty. And I can understand why it's salty. So yeah, that's that video. Go ahead if you want to watch it for yourself. But, okay, and I guess I should have understood a little bit better. And he did a if in there, which is if MGK bugged the genre of country stars and put it on Dolly Parton doing her Jolene and did the whole entire same old thing never again. But I might have to tell you something because I cannot just wrap my head around this. It blew the Down syndrome right out of me. Carefully so, because all I've ever appeared in that video just by watching it in the way that it was saying it to me, directly to me, that I should have done a video, which is right now. I mean, I hate to go through that again, but we've probably talked about Lil Wayne once before, and that made no sense whatsoever. No, it did not make any sense because it didn't even just change. But okay, if you want to dress however the way you want, that's what Steve just said. Don't bug another genre, because that's just gonna be salty. And I get it. We all went through that, and all of it just kind of fell right in there. Not like miserably, but rightfully so. I mean, this is something that we need to be aware of. So before we have to end here, and what we can come up with is just to be you. You can dress however you want. I dress like a rock star, an activist, because that's just my kind of clothes. So yeah, don't bug on my music. I do not want no one not to do it. Okay, and that's a fair warning.